I'm going to show you how to make this beautiful two-tone flower using the Zora flower. So we're going to concentrate on the Zora flower, and we're going to concentrate on the vine leaves that match with it to give us a beautiful collection of bright pop of colour where the colours interchange. So to make this version of the Zora flower where we have the two different colours showing is so simple with the flower plate. It's designed to fit on to an A6 card piece of card, so 4 times onto A4. And each cut will give you 20 flowers, so you will get 80 flowers on it. But the fantastic thing about this is it works on its own if you want to create a flower. So have a look at the video where we show you how to shape it just like this to make a very simple flower, or you can add sort of 3 layers and different colours to get something completely different looking. And that's what I'm going to take you through on this video. So to start with, all we simply need to do is to cut the die twice in 2 different colours. And what I've done here is I've used some of the deep reds from the Deep Red Coordinations canvas card pack by Craft Artist, and I've used the dark red and this sort of pinky red, or sort of like a warm red colour. And as you can see, we've got all 20 pieces, nice and simple. And to put them together, I lay them out like this, and it really couldn't be any easier. So all I'm going to do is to place a little bit of glue glaze in the centre of one of each of the 4 sizes of flower. So I'm going to do exactly the same on the deeper red. And then I'm simply going to add the alternate colour on top and rotate it. So you rotate it so that both colours show absolutely perfectly. So you can see here on these 2, I've got the red on the front. But of course, as I move it over, so we'll move these on, you can see I get one of each different turn of colour as I put them together like this. So picking them up, rotating it round, getting it nice and central. So I get a beautiful mix of the 2 colours. This would look really good. And this is, you know, monochrome almost. You're just using, so if you could do this in one colour in black and one colour in white, get yourself a perfect monochrome look to it. So by doing this in 2 colours and doing this twice, you're actually going to make yourself 8. I have to count them because I'm not good at remembering numbers. So you're going to make yourself 8 then mixed 2 colour flowers. So we simply now want to shape these and add the centres. So I'm going to bring in my Craft Art. This is my Crafts 2 flower moulding foam. So I'm just going to move my flowers off to one side and move my little flowers off so that I've got enough room. Nice and simple. I don't know why I'm not using the pickup tool. There we go. That's what it's there for. And then I'm simply going to add each of these different sizes. So there are 2 of the larger. There are 6 of the smaller, and there are 4 of the mini. So I fitted in as many as I possibly could onto this die plate. So we're just going to bring them through, and it's worth doing them all at once. And again, apart from cutting them, they've all been done at the same time, so you can see how quickly you can put this together. So let's get all 4 of those. There we go. Onto our flower moulding foam, and nice and simple. And I'm simply going to use, with the flower moulding foam, you get the ball tool. So I'm using the larger tool, and I'm just going to circle or squiggle in the middle of the 4 larger. Do the same with the sort of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, the 12 of the smaller. And then I'm going to turn the ball tool round to the smaller side to just do the little minis. So we've got a little bit of shape in there. And then we simply want to continue with the idea of rotating colours. So I want to take, first of all, my first large one, press in the middle, which makes the petals pop up. Yep, I'll do one of each size just so that you can see. We'll try and rotate the colours round properly. So again, just press in the middle and it makes them all pop up. You don't need to do anything else. Then a little bit of the glue glaze into the centre. And again, we're just going to rotate the colours. So we simply rotate the colours. I'm going to take the large deep red and pop that in the centre there with the orange, a large orange and pop it in the centre of that one, the next size down, and again the next size down. And I can repeat that for the next 4 and it will give me lots of small flowers left. So I will have 2 centres left. So what I like to do with those is to just pop those together and make myself again a slightly different flower, and then just bring in, I've got some of the Craft Artist stick-on pearls, and I'm simply going to add a large pearl into the centre of each of these flowers. And for the smaller or the tinies, we're just going to add the smaller pearl into the middle, just like that. So I'm going to move these out of the way just so that you can see what we get when they're completed. So when they're completed, we get a whole host of beautiful flowers, just like that. So we've got that selection of different sizes, we've got the mix of the 2 colours, we've got the minis as well, and it allows you to really go to town in decorating. So what I've done is I've cut the JND510 vine leaves, and these are a left and a right, and a small and a large. And I've cut these in 2 colours of the card from the Summer Greens card set, so that I've got a nice selection, just like that. And then I'm going to take a card. I've made this card. So this is the card that I made for the video, for one of the previous videos. So you can see how this card was actually made. Let's pot it into the right place. We've not got a lot of space on here. Let's move those away. So I'm simply going to decorate this through. So I'm using a large piece in one colour. And I'm not worried because these are, it's not obvious that they're going different directions. It's not really that important to make sure you've got the right direction going. So in this bottom corner, I'm building up a kind of sort of going around, almost like aping this trellis in the centre. So I'm swapping colours from the lighter green to this beautiful sort of moss or olive green. I'll just pick him up. There we go. Just like that. And I'm going to take one of the smaller in this more sort of mid-green shade. There we go. Just so I've got that nice little corner going, and I will add some more foliage when I've finished this. And I'm simply then going to add my flowers on. So I'm using the Craft Artist 3D glue gel. And take a little bit on there, put it on, and I can sort of just place it in. So using a cocktail stick allows me to place these quite nicely around. So kind of working out large to small. And use as many as you know, realistically, as many as you want to use. I'm going to use that little one there. I think that's absolutely perfect to fill that space. So I want to add a little bit more of the foliage. So I'm going to add a little bit of glue gel onto the end of that because I'm tucking it into there just to come over this trellis work. I'm going to take one more flower and tuck that in just like that. So we've got that beautiful little collection spray of flowers. And then I'm going to use some of the smaller ones just around. So pop a little bit of glue glaze on and then take my smaller flowers and put them into place. Anywhere you see a little gap, I'm just going to add a little one of the smaller flowers, just so you've got a really nice little collection. And flowers grow in different sizes and they grow together in clumps, so I always like to show them kind of together like this. But it's up to you how you want to do it, but this just shows you how to get the right arrangement of flowers. And there we have a beautiful array of flowers just made using the Zora flower and the vine leaves onto a card we've already prepared, but it's a different way to make those flowers and make them shine. For more ideas, hints, tips and inspiration, why not visit us on Facebook?